Wow, what a journey it's been. 6 months post my heart surgery, I was finally given the green light to travel again. This trip marks a significant milestone for me, being the first adventure after such a long hiatus. And let me tell you, it's filled with so many emotions. Traveling has always been a part of my routine, and flying with United is like second nature to me. Departing and landing in Chicago O'Hare and visiting the renovated club felt like stepping into a whole new world. The revamped food lineup, absolutely amazing. Breakfast has become my favorite time because of the wide variety of options, especially the addition of hot food, which was a game changer from the usual sandwiches and to go items. Breakfast there is my absolute favorite. So many options. And now they have hot food too, like scrambled eggs, French toast, or sometimes pancake. The whole experience at the United Club is fantastic. It's spacious, clean, and just feels right. After being away from traveling for so long, it's refreshing to dive back into this familiar routine. Despite the slower pace due to increased security measures and processes, I'm just grateful to be able to travel again, especially with my spouse and kid. Our destination this time, Vancouver, via a scenic route through Seattle for a much needed spring break getaway. It's been quite an adjustment getting back into the groove of flying after such a long break, but it's also incredibly exciting. Traveling with my spouse and kid to Vancouver via Seattle for a spring break adventure couldn't have come at a better time. I feel lucky that this trip fell within my allowed travel window post surgery. The journey was definitely emotional. Even had some panic attacks on the plane due to tight spaces, but I pushed through and I'm grateful to be back in the travel game. We always opt to fly via Seattle because flights are more affordable compared to direct flights to Vancouver. It's interesting how flights to Canadian cities can be quite pricey sometimes. However, this works out perfectly for us. Flying in the morning has its perks. The view of the sky, even with a few clouds, is simply mesmerizing. I miss snagging the window seat, having my own little space to relax and enjoy the scenery. Choosing to fly via Seattle and then drive to Vancouver has become our preferred route. Seattle holds a special place in our hearts since we lived there for several years. In my past consulting life, where I travel almost every week, landing at Seattle Tacoma Airport was a regular Thursday afternoon situation. Washington has fantastic mountains and lakes and is blessed immensely with natural beauty. We enjoyed living here for 3 years before moving back to Chicago. SeaTac Airport has also become a sort of home base for me during my years of flying as a consultant for Accenture, spanning nearly 2 decades. I've become a familiar face at this lounge, visiting almost every week, especially on Monday mornings or Sunday nights before heading out for work. SeaTac has a charm of its own, not as bustling as O'Hare, but still lively enough to keep things interesting. When you touch down in Seattle, you're immediately surrounded by aviation vibes. It's no surprise since the city is where the first flight took off, and Boeing, the aviation giant, calls Seattle home. Hey there, Seattle. It's great to be back, is what I always think. I really miss this city and its natural beauty. Washington State has such incredible nature, big parks, numerous lakes, you name it. This huge airport lobby looks like a museum, for real. Look at these fossils. Usually, we rent a car from Avis and hit the road from Seattle to Vancouver. It's just a 2.5 hour drive, but immigration can take some time. Sometimes it's a breeze, like 15 minutes, but on busy days, it can stretch over an hour. We've got Nexus card, which speeds things up for frequent travelers between the US and Canada, but we can't use it at this time because we've got our kiddo with us. Anyone in your group crossing the border needs a Nexus card. You mess that up, and they might revoke your privileges. So you gotta keep an eye on that. That's Seattle downtown skyline. It's pretty good. A bit distinct actually. I can recognize this in movies. The road trip from Seattle to Vancouver is always such a scenic delight. If you catch a sunny day, count yourself lucky because that blue sky against the rolling hills is simply majestic. Sure, it can get drizzly sometimes, but when that sun shines, it's pure magic. Every time we cross the border and see that American flag, it feels like a little patriotic moment. Then, as you enter Vancouver from Blaine, Washington, you're stepping into the southern beauty of British Columbia. Crossing bridges is mesmerizing to me. I just love staring at the lines. It's very hypnotic. Passing through Surrey on your way to Vancouver, you're in for a treat as the stunning skyline comes into view. Vancouver has this wonderful blend of urban chic and laid-back charm that we absolutely adore. The food scene here is just fantastic. Vancouver is a real foodie haven. We enjoyed living here for 5 years. And even after moving back to Seattle, we find ourselves coming back almost every month. It's such a great place, especially if you're thinking of settling down with family. It's clean, modern, and everything just feels so well organized. Vancouver truly is a beautiful, welcoming, and amazing city. I absolutely adore this part of the trip when we come close to downtown Vancouver. The skyline here is more than just metropolitan. It's stunningly beautiful. Look at those mountain ranges in the backdrop. The architecture of the buildings is so cool and modern. You can even catch a glimpse of the creek nearby. It's not just any creek, it's quite massive and adds so much charm to the cityscape. Many of these buildings are pretty new, built just within the last 5 years, so everything feels fresh and vibrant. Real estate here is on the pricier side nowadays, especially compared to a decade ago. Properties have practically doubled, tripled, or even quadrupled in value. Despite that, we can't help but love this place. We have a lovely apartment in the Granville area downtown, but whenever we visit, we enjoy staying at the Hyatt Regency. It's such a stress free experience, especially with the added benefits like free food in the lounge or restaurant. This area used to be our hangout spot when we lived here. Seymour Street is the quieter and cleaner street that runs parallel to Granville. You can easily walk to places like H Mart for groceries, which is my favorite. Downtown Vancouver is a gem. You have breathtaking mountain views and the beautiful English Bay nearby, making it perfect for leisurely walks along the waterfront. One of our main goals this trip is to revisit and show Aki all our favorite spots in Vancouver from our time living here and reconnect with close friends and relatives. It's amazing how many memories flood back when we are here. Vancouver is a truly beautiful city, and we're so excited to share it with you. Welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia.